Hey, it's Cody here for Super NES Update. Yeah, Super NES updates are kind of fun for me because that's pretty much the rarest, I think, cartridge-based games that I collect that are out there. Because NES are more common and N64 are more common. Sega Genesis is really common. But the Super Nintendo, just it's hard to track down and stuff. Of course, the Master System's pretty hard to collect for, and Coleco and Intellivision. But as far as people wanting them, they usually are higher cost and stuff. So Super NES kind of has a. They're not too rare, but they're rare in the wild because people hang on to them. So I'm gonna dump out some Super NES games. We'll go through them. I've played a few of these, and I was kind of worried on some of them. Let's see if I can find a good example. They have really corroded pins. I was wondering, and I had a good example is this Looney Tunes B-ball, which looks like crud on the packaging, had really corrosive pins, but I was able to clean it. I've been playing this a lot. I love Looney Tunes B-ball. It's pretty much the whole NBA Jam engine put into this cartoonish game with, but they didn't just leave it at that. They added cartoon effects and stuff. I just wish it had more characters. That's all. But I love being Marvin the Martian or Yosemite Sam, and just draining those 3-pointers, stealing the ball like crazy. That's the kind of my game is. Always like the guard position, and I always leave up a defensive character like Wile E. Coyote as my computer counterpart. So yeah, I also have a good memory of playing this a long time ago. It's been a night party for a long time. We played this and Diddy Kong's Quest. So yeah, that's a good one. And it was not $6. These all have a lot of tags on them. Again, it looked like they were in some kind of store. Ren and Stimpy, Vidiots, or something. Whatever. And again, this has weird. That's a homemade tag, and it's kind of nasty looking. I have to clean that one up. I haven't played this one. You can see like what I'm talking about. It's almost like it's ruffled here on the thing, but hopefully it works. Yeah, I was thinking about that right after I bought them. Bust Loose, Tiny Toons Adventures. Oh, Buster Bust Loose. I did not pay $4.99. Forgot, I can't find the original price. I'll find one. Oh, it was $2.92. Each one of these was $2.92. So it's close, but not that much. I got this one to play, and it has that messed up look. This was kind of, I don't know, it's a platformer. It was just, I didn't like the controls too much. It almost looked too bright and colorful, and the sprites were kind of too big. So, imagine that. Virtual Bart. I just got all these because I liked all these commercial names out there, so I just kind of gravitated to them and got up all these. I got that one. I haven't played with it enough to get to work, but I just go with a Q-tip really hard on it, and some of them have like this green corrosion look. I got Toy Story. I got for the Sega enough over, but I thought, why the hell not? I remember it from the Super NES, and it used to be $10 selling for used. I don't know when that was. I don't know what the F this is. It just looked interesting. The Super Aquatic Games starring the Aquabats. If anyone can enlighten me, but it's like Zika. And it looked pretty good. Except it has like this weird shellac on it. At least that's what I hope it is. I always remember this game being really bad because I remember my cousin playing it, but it's Rocko's Modern Life. And I couldn't turn it down because I loved Rocko's Modern Life. One of the best cartoons, one of my favorite cartoons ever. It looks alright. It's Spunky's Dangerous Day. And you can see the big heads chasing Rocko. I think it's more like a puzzle game, and it really should have been more of an action adventure. I don't know. It's really hard, or you could even, I don't want to go out there and say RPG, but you can make an RPG with Rocko's. I've heard this is bad, but I got it. Beethoven, I haven't played it yet. It's probably really atrocious, but we'll see. I'm sure it is, but we'll see how bad. I remember the Nintendo Power when they released their 100 issue. They had it as one of the 10 worst games. over there with Rocky and Bullwinkle and Shaq Fu and Michael Jordan in the Windy City. Moving along, comic book classic, Biker Mice from Mars. Yeah, Konami. So I think that's pretty much a side-scrolling beat 'em up, right? In the same vein as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all those. So, all right, here's some I played. This is All Real Monsters. That was a really interesting cartoon. Sadly, Viacom owned, but I always thought it was really ahead of its time. It had a lot of dark overtones to it, and a lot of dark humor. It was pretty interesting for a kids show. Just that the monsters are in school to learn how to scare people and children and whatnot. And it's a fun game. Each one of them has specials. You could rotate them to different parts of a head of the camp. Each one has a different scare tactic. I think Oblina's being the most scariest. Crumb's secret move is where you could throw an eyeball around and be able to see around the whole room, the whole level. That's pretty neat. The other twos are kind of throwing techniques to get you higher in the game. One, I think, I forgot his name. The little ones, Eek or something like that. Eekus. His is like a rubber band shot where you go sideways, and Oblina's is one where you go straight up. So yeah, it's a fun game. And I didn't play it for long. I got to the first boss, and I died. But I'd like to give it another shot. The only problem I had was it's kind of slow to get around. So like if you're trying to get really good at that game and keep on playing after you die over and over again, after a while you just get tired of the slowness to getting back to the parts you were at and you're trying to master. Just me. And I got Goof Troop. I was thinking, I popped this in and I was like, oh no, this is going to be just like Gilligan's Island for the NES. I was just I was shell-shocked because it was totally different than I was expecting. It was overhead view like that. It was, overhead to side kind of, and it was mainly walking around talking to people at the very first. But I was really interested in it. It really caught my interest because it has like all these puzzles in it. It's a big puzzle game, kind of like, the best way I could describe it is like in Link and all the Zelda games, when you get to a place with a lot of boulders and you have to push them in the right position to get through the next passage or something, it's like that. Except every puzzle is like that. Every stage. I mean, it's not like, in Link it was like a side game or something. It was some little detour. But on this, that's the main game. And it was actually a lot of fun. I had some fun with Goof Troop. It was pretty neat. Although I think, you would almost want a different kind of license for this instead of Goofy. It just seems like a weird fit. Seems like you'd put him in an action adventure, but I appreciate it for what it is, and Capcom comes through again. It was pretty decent. I was having fun with it until I finally died and I didn't want to play it again. It's one of those, you have to be in the right mood. But yeah, that's my Super NES update. It's not bad. I really love Looney Tunes Speedball. I would like to get really good at that with a friend or something. And really just tear it up. Tear it up. And yeah, Toy Story is a classic. That's a good game. All Real Monsters is decent. Probably the worst games out of here, Beethoven and Rocko's Modern Life. But I didn't really buy them to play. I just bought them because I wanted to have them in my collection. I may look at them sometimes and check them out. And that's kind of a disappointment. It just didn't feel right. The NES games felt better. But yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks for watching. A lot of Nickelodeon right here. A lot of classic Nickelodeon, some little Disney, Pixar, Fox represented here. Just a lot of different areas of expertise to go on here. Warner Brothers with the Looney Tunes. A lot of different great cartoon companies. So yeah, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Oh, let's see if I can do this. Oh, awesome. Oh, behave.